Oh, hello guys! Welcome back to this episode of Ninja Joe Plays Minecraft here on the Hidden Secrets 2 SMP server. Thanks so much for coming back to watch another episode. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, I hope you'll hit that like and subscribe button. Your support means the world to me and keeps me going with all these cool videos. Well guys, between episodes, I have been building a couple of custom trees here. These are obviously right here in the spot where we took down the old museum benefactor pledge boards and all of that sort of stuff. So I've got a little room, and I've been thinking a little bit about the museum exterior. Now that we have the stone brick foundation that we also took care of recently, it's really got me thinking about the exterior for the first time. So I put up these 4 custom trees. I want them to kind of look like those sort of classic trees you see in the Mediterranean. I think they might be cypress trees. I need to look that up, but they're sort of these tallish, skinny trees. So I did 4 different versions here. This one on the left is super puny. We're not going to use that one, but these 3, I'm going to kind of let them sit here for a while and walk by them and just kind of see which one I feel like we want to go with ultimately. I've got plenty of time for this, but I like to do this sometimes. Just sort of put something up, let it sit there, and then we'll walk back and forth, and over time I'll kind of go, yeah, I like this one, not that one, or vice versa. So that's the plan here. But that's not really the main project and what I want to focus on today. The main project I want to do is another new building. It's actually not part of the museum, believe it or not. We're going to skip working on the museum this week, and that is right over here. You can see this dirt line right here. I'm going to be building a building here that is going to be a complementary structure to the museum, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking about here. I was looking at the town, and I see we've got Fret has built Town Hall over there, which is fantastic, sort of classical looking architecture. And then we have the Nether Portal Temple here in the middle. And then I was thinking we would bookend the town village center with another build right here that will be also sort of this classical looking architecture, and that will help tie in the rest of the museum plateau, which will be up here. It'll just help us give it a little bit of flow and not just have some, dirt hill right here. We're gonna have basically another building. So hopefully this will turn out well. The general idea for this building and what it's for, its purpose, is to give us a place to log upcoming update information. So kind of like, I used to have a board in the basement of the museum that said stuff like, in 1.2 we'll get upside down slabs and stairs and things like that. So it's going to be kind of for future tracking things that are coming down the pipeline, and also I think it will also become a little bit historical as we pass those updates. We'll suddenly be like, oh well, this is not upcoming, but this is already happened. So it will be a little bit historical, but it won't be quite like the museum where we're displaying items. It's not going to be quite like that. Yeah, so that's the plan, and I've been calling this thing in my own head the Bureau of Updates, I think. So that'll be the name of this thing. And I don't know, it's going to be fun. It'd be nice to do something similar architecture to the museum, but yet not part of the museum, so I can kind of break out and do things just a little bit differently, but also samey same. So we'll get to that in a moment. One other thing I want to talk to everybody about is we have been here in Cobbleton Town building things, and basically since the beginning of the server, all of us hidden secrets type people, and we haven't really branched out too much into the wilderness to do builds. And we have a major update coming, 1.0. So we have agreed as a server to abandon Cobbleton Town City, the city of town. What is the name of this place? Oh, the city of Cobbletonville. I think that's the name of it. I'm pretty sure. It's a joke on Powerpuff Girls. Anyway, we have agreed as a server we're basically going to abandon this town. And not permanently. We're going to move out to a new location and start a new town in 1.0. And it's going to be kind of a fresh start. It's going to be like a first night repeat. We're not taking any gear. It's going to be basically a nice little mid-season reboot of the server. And one of the reasons for this is basically Spawn Town, Beta Town, Cobbleton. It's all very much about the beta era. I mean, look, there's 10 million torches everywhere. That's a beta thing. So the idea is that we want to have different towns and different areas that sort of tie into the major updates of Minecraft and the different eras. And we're rapidly approaching the end of the beta era, so that means we're going to start a new town, and that town will have a different look and a different feel. And what that means for Cobbleton is there won't be a lot of new builds going on here after this stage. And as a matter of fact, we've agreed as a server that a lot of the builds that are here are going to become kind of historical landmark kind of things. Like, we're not going to make changes and things like that. There are a few exceptions, like the museum is such a long-term project that it will continue to be built and evolve throughout the entire future history of the server. So that's an exception. The Portal Time Machine that we've not worked on in several episodes is another exception. And there can be new builds here in Cobbleton, but I think they'll be few and far between. I think it'll only be sort of maybe necessary things, or perhaps if we get a new server member and that server member might want to, try and build in the old beta styles using old beta materials, that would be a great reason for somebody to do a new build in this area. But as far as preserving this area as a quote-unquote beta town, that's definitely something that's going to be happening. So we won't be making any major changes to pretty much the entire town, with a handful of exceptions. So yeah, it's kind of like a historical preservation society or something. So that is our plan, and I'm looking forward to it because I'm getting to a phase in the museum now where I'm about to start the next wing of the museum, and architecturally it's going to be a mirror of this wing, and that's not going to make real good video content for you guys. You guys have watched me build this whole thing over the last however many episodes we're on now, 10. Like, I've been solid on the museum basically the entire time I've been on the server. So yeah, I mean, you guys don't want to see me just build this again over here. I mean, we need new content. We need new stuff for you guys to see. And moving out of Cobbleton into this new town, which we don't even have a name for, is going to provide me with a totally clean slate for you guys. And I have some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful plans. Some awesome stuff that is going to really, really amp up what we're doing on this server. This kind of thing, this museum, this is my classical build. This is me doing some architectural kind of inspired builds and things like that, and that's great, but we can't have too much of this. We have to move on and do some more exciting stuff, and I'm not going to let that cat out of the bag right now, but I just want to kind of tease you guys a little bit and say you will love what I'm going to do, and so will the other server members on Hidden Secrets 2. They are going to absolutely be blown away by what I have coming in the pipeline. So anyway, that's enough about updates and what we're doing and where the server's going. I think it is time now for me to get on with this build of the Bureau of Updates. you guys. Well, this week has really gotten away from me, besides being ill and working on a bunch of little projects. I have run out of time in this version of Minecraft Beta 1.9 pre-release, which is what we were playing in. And the server's about to update again, so yeah, we're gonna have a server event and do some fun shenanigans, and when next I see you, we will be in a different Beta 1.9 pre-release. We're kind of taking it slow through these last few versions before we get to regular release 1.0. So anyway, our little project here, this what were we calling it? The foundation of updates or something? Is gonna have to wait a little while, well, at least a few days before I get back into it, but it's coming along. I've done, I think, the hard part. We figured out the proportions, and I know where I want to put columns and all of that kind of stuff. So what you see here really is representative of what we're going to have. This is, for me, the equivalent of doing a line drawing before doing a painting or a nice ink drawing or something like that. But yeah, we had a little creeper incident right here. But I don't want to leave you guys sort of hanging with half an episode, so I'm going to show you a little bit of caving footage. I've been doing a lot of caving lately for that reason that we discussed a few episodes ago. You know, the one that's hush hush, and yeah, the ones that the other server members are not allowed to know about. Anyway, let me show you guys some footage of that event, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.